What is up, YouTube? It's your boy the Kster, and before I get started, I want to give out a huge shout out to all the various Dokkan Youtubers out there. These are people who have entertained me, these are people who I've learned from, and finally these are people who have inspired me to start my own YouTube channel on the game we love, even though it loves to shaft us. But I digress. Thank you so much, guys. You've been so helpful in me starting this journey. Now on to the video. So today we're showing off the Hercule, EZA Hercule, the tech one. And before I get started, I had a video recorded about this Hercule only. So I rocked this Earthlings team with Oob on the other rotation, the Oobs on the other rotation, and the Hercules on the other rotation. And I was so impressed with Oob that I decided that, you know what, screw it, let me just make it a double feature. So today we're going to showcase both the Hercule, the tech one, and the physical youth Oob who just came out, both of them on various rotations. So I'll be putting the Oobs together and the Hercules together, so the Hercule and the exchange Hercule, hoping that the Hercule doesn't exchange during this showcase, because although the margin proved good, although he's good with the Hercule, ironically the Hercules share almost the exact same link set, so you want them together before he exchanges. So I want that rotation. So without further ado, let's get into the fight. So we're taking on the Infinite Dragon Ball History event. Don't know if you guys can tell, by the way. I have a combination of nervous and excited. I mean, if there's a word to describe someone who's both nervous and excited, please drop it down below in the comments. But I digress. So we have our rotation set from the get-go. Perfect. So Oob builds up his attack and defense every turn he shows up. So right now he's key 1 and attack and defense 30%, which won't matter too much now because his type advantage against the enemy, and also the enemies at the start are quite weak. So 1.1 from the Oob, that's good, you know, very little attack and defense, but he's got his 100% attack, so he'll get up there as the event goes on. Plus, let's not forget, Oob raises his attack infinitely, so we'll see some good numbers from Oob as the event goes on. Now I don't want to go too deep into the event because I just want to see what these two can do on various rotations, and we were lucky because we've seen other YouTube videos where the unit you want to show off is on the 7th slot. So before we start, let's check Hercule's defense. So 135, that's the defense from the passive, and also the defense from the links they share. They share Hero, which is a defensive link. Courage, I believe, is defense also. Supreme Power has defense, and then Shattering the Limit. So I'm saying Courage as if he has it, right? So they share 3 links together. Hero is defense, Supreme Power is defense, and Shattering the Limit has defense. Now as you can see, the Hercule's links are quite up there. He's rocking 5s and 6s. Now I was using the Hercule to farm the various free-to-play units from the Majin Buu story events that came out, so that's why his links are quite high. And then this guy I've been using quite a bit, not much but just a bit. And then my leader is a SA10, so if you see low damage numbers, that's the reason why. When it comes to prime battle units, I tend to farm them to SA10 before I wait for their campaign to farm them to SA20, because after getting 777 medals, I'm just bone tired. I'm like, okay, no, it's fine, let me wait for it to go on. But tangent aside, that is why my just to confirm for you guys, he is indeed SA10, and the friend I found was SA19. Everyone's just rocking leaders which really don't help my cause, so I had to I had to find and use any crit I could find. So 1.9 from the Hercule, not bad for a first turn. So he's got 1 stack of his greatly raising, so since he does 18 key, it won't really come into effect for much. So Oob, I believe, is 60% now. I don't need to worry about Krillin. I mean, Krillin will do some damage to Oob, but This is quite early on. I mean, the early Infinite Triangle history events aren't really that tough at the beginning, and we've got the stun, so that's perfect, because we want Hercule to take as little damage as possible in terms of hits, so he doesn't exchange next turn. And then when it comes to the the Oob can tank relatively. He's not a defensive unit, I would say. Yes, he gets up to 120, but let's remember he's a free-to-play unit with free-to-play stats. So Hercule's got his passive again, 200k, brilliant. That's just from the one stack. So he's got the passive and he's got the support. I believe his passive runs out this turn, so next turn we should see a lower defensive number, just because that key 3 and 77% defense will drop down. Not really stacking with the Hercule. These guys are taking out the enemies too fast, but so this is Oob's third turn, because he was in the opening rotation, so that should be up to 90% stats right here, which is good. Can't get the 18k with the Krillin, unfortunately. The dodge, I'll take the dodge right now. I want to showcase ooh, wow, getting a lot of stuns there. I really want to try a super physical run with the Earthlings team, but I don't have. I checked the list and I don't have enough units to build a competent team. I mean, I could build a team, but I don't know if it's competent enough to take it on. But we'll see. We shall see. So, ooh, Tien's on this rotation. So Tien gives 30% attack support to the Hercule, and also 50% defense. So that's why his defense is that high. And then the exchange Hercule hasn't really attacked much. I need to get some attacks with him so he can get his defense up in case he does exchange. I don't know how long I'll keep going for. So far, I just want to show off this Hercule, who's got good numbers, very good numbers from this Hercule. You know, considering where he's come from, you know, the OG players will know Hercule was good. Hercule's always been decent, I'd say. He's been decent. He hasn't been groundbreaking busted, but he's been decent. But the OGs will know how, as time goes on, Hercule just dipped into the trash territory in terms of how good he was. I mean, to move from what he was to all the numbers that he's dishing out right now is just fantastic. That shows that EZA indeed is just, the fact that they refuse to do EZAs in these major celebrations is a legends move, I would say. You know, for those who don't know, I guess no one knows, but I do play Dragon Ball Legends, and my nickname for Legends is the 1 step forward, 2 steps backward game, because it seems every update they make, especially when it seems that the game is moving in a good direction, that they just seem to one numbskull maneuver that just puts the game 2 steps back. So the Hercule does not have his passive. I can tell. Sometimes it happens, you know. I mean, every time Hercule doesn't get his passive, it's like UI Goku not dodging in Super Battle Road, and we all know that happens quite a bit. So, I mean, who's he attacking? I believe it's Hercule. Oh, the exchange. That dodge wasn't really clutch, I would say, because Hercule's quite a tanky unit. I think we'll end up at Vegeta. Let's finish off Vegeta, and then we'll call this a video, because I don't want to go too long. I'm looking at my timer right now, and we're heading towards the 10-minute mark. I don't want to go for it that long. So we've got support. Oob is getting an attack. Oob's fully built up. Let's see what numbers he's dealing to this Piccolo, and he's oh my goodness, 2.7 from a free-to-play unit. I mean, I own a Rainbow Jiren. I own a Rainbow Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Now these are not Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, and these aren't necessarily new units, but I've tried them out when I rainbowed them, just to see what numbers they can deal, and both of them did not even get close to 2.7 right here, which is just absolutely fantastic. Got the Dokkan attack. Hercule didn't get his passive again. It's gonna be one of those videos, huh? Hercule, please, man, please, just So every time Hercule is not getting his passive, that's a UI Goku dodge. Quickly, just on the side, I didn't activate the nodes on the Dokkan attack because I just want to move quickly. That's the reason why I missed it. That was intentional. Back to the video. Every time Hercule does not get his passive, let it be on record. Every time it doesn't get his passive, it's because that's a UI Goku dodge, that a clutch UI Goku dodge that did not activate. So let's see. I think we'll make this the last boss that we take out. 18 key, beautiful. We need him to stack. So he gets up to, he should be higher, lower because TN's not here. 2.5. Pretty good numbers. I'm really liking this Oob. The real unfortunate thing about Oob though is he doesn't really have the versatility that you would want from a unit if you want to use him in various places. I mean, he stacks attack and he's got that Goku guard against Goku. So again, in the legendary Goku event, he is good. I haven't tested it out myself, but I've seen YouTube videos and he seems to be good. But in terms of like Super Battle Road, medium chance to stun is just not, it's not good enough to rely on. Hercule did not get his passive again. Oh my goodness. So if this was Super Battle Road and I was relying on Goku, that's 3 dodges that would have landed. And that's a dead me. Oh my goodness, this game. But it's fine. I'm very impressed. I mean, I keep looking at my timer and I'm missing these attack stats from Hercule, but it's fine. Hercule really isn't a damage dealer, I would say. You don't really run Hercule to do damage. It's more utility. Hercule is just one of those units that Hercule can do something for you. I mean, 1.2, you can clearly see his attack wasn't active. His passive wasn't active because he's got low numbers. I think this will be the last turn. I mean, Oob will definitely finish him up. I think a 2.7 is where he'll end up at. The Oob is very good. The Hercule is very good too. They just, in terms of usability across the game, I don't really see where their longevity lies as units. So there's some units like Hercule who you can tell he'll last a long time because he's a support unit. So even if 2 years down the line, he'll be power crept to high heaven by then, but it'll still be a usable unit because of that support ability and because transformation boost just doesn't go too long without a buff here and there. Whereas with Krillin and the Hercule, I'm saying Krillin, with the Hercule, the EZA one, the LR, and the Oob, they're more like they have new toy syndrome, where you just use them now, but when you need them the most in terms of Super Battle Road and other events, you won't really consider them because medium chance to stun is just too low for me. I wouldn't use them in Super Battle Road for a clutch win, but I'd use them just to see. So with that, I've talked way too long and I've gone off tangent, but with that being said, I think we'll call this a video after this attack stat because TN is here and we're gonna see some beautiful sexy numbers from Oob. So let's get this rotation in and then we'll call this a video. Oob gets up to 3 million right there. I mean, free to play units these days are so good. I'm here for it. I think we'll call that a video. Before we stop, before we end this video, a couple of things before we end. Number one, if you liked what you saw and you see potential in this channel, why don't you go down there and hit that big red subscribe button and also hit the like button to show that you're really interested in more content coming your way. Also, please do me a massive favor and drop down to the comments and drop suggestions of things you'd like to see from me, other ventures I can go into. Maybe you want to see my Legends account. I mean, maybe or various things that you'd like to see from me, in terms of how I present, how I talk during the videos, etc, etc. Please guys, any constructive criticism will help in terms of growth. I mean, if you don't take constructive criticism, you'll never grow. So with all that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys for the next Dokkan battle video. Thank you very much.